Our gut health affects our overall well-being. What is gut health? Digestion has always been central to our well-being. The gut or gastrointestinal system, in fact, is far more complex than just performing the function of digestion. Before I go into gut health, let me summarize what the gut consists of. It includes different organs that work together to break the food and digest it. It starts with our mouth, the source where the food enters our body. Chewing with the help of saliva breaks down the food. Saliva contains enzymes that help in the digestion of the food. Food then enters the stomach through the esophagus, the tube that connects the mouth with the stomach. Gastric juices like hydrochloric acids then help in the digestion process by breaking the food further. The food then travels through the stomach into the intestines. The small intestine is where nutrient absorption and food digestion occur. The pancreas and liver release digestive enzymes and bile to break the nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These then get absorbed through the small intestine itself. The liver is an important part of the gut. It helps in detoxification by filtering the toxins in the blood. It produces the bile needed for fat digestion. It also helps in the storage and release of glucose for the body. This bile is stored inside the gallbladder to be used by the small intestine as needed. The pancreas is another important part of this system. The pancreas releases the digestive enzymes which break the nutrients. The pancreas also produces insulin to break sugar. The mixture then enters the colon or the large intestine. It absorbs the water and electrolytes in the undigested mixture. This undigested mixture sits inside the colon till it is thrown out through the rectum. The role of the appendix inside the colon is not known. Rectum is the final portion of the colon from where the waste is stored till it is eliminated through the anus. Our gut is an important player in our immune system. Problems in the gut lead to other problems in the body. We have been hearing from our parents and grandparents about the importance of gut health. Every issue, headache, fever, or other issues were connected to the gut. We would dismiss them up front. After all, we considered ourselves to be the experts and knew more. We had the knowledge, but did not have the wisdom. Wisdom is something that comes only through age. Of course, now that we have the wisdom along with the knowledge, we can connect the dots. The gut is the source from where inflammation can be built inside the body, leading to various issues. It can lead to pain, affect mental health, and influence mood. The human body is the most complicated machine that we know of. It is a system that we know very little about. There are so many bacteria, viruses, and fungi, the different microorganisms, living inside our gut. These have different functions. How they perform affects the functioning of the gut. The bacteria break down the complex carbohydrates and feed on the fibers the food contains. The bacteria convert the food into short-chain fatty acids SFA, which are the main source of our energy. The gut bacteria also relate to the development and maintenance of gut-associated lymphoid tissue, which is associated with the immune system. The system includes the different types of immune cells like the T cells and B cells. Gut is the first line of defense of the body, attacking the incoming foreign organisms in the food that enters the body. It helps the immune system to determine what is a harmful pathogen and beneficial microorganisms. These gut bacteria are involved in synthesizing the vitamins and nutrients, helping the body to absorb them. The beneficial microorganisms prevail over the harmful pathogens, preventing infections. It affects the metabolism inside the body. The microorganisms affect how the body stores and uses the energy generated. If the healthy microorganisms are affected negatively, their capability reduces and leads to fat storage and obesity. New research also suggests the connection of the gut microbiome to brain health. Neurotransmitters like serotonin are created in the gut. Impacts on those microorganisms can lead to anxiety and depression. The gut plays an important part in the production of certain hormones. Serotonin levels in the brain affect our mood and mental health. Serotonin not only affects our mood, but also helps in digestion and sleep. They also break the complex compounds that have positive anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects on the body. The microorganisms maintain the gut lining, which prevents the leakage of harmful chemicals into the bloodstream. Changes in the gut bacteria and gut health can have systemic effects on our bodies. An imbalanced microbiome and gut inflammation can lead to systemic inflammation. Inflammation causes different diseases inside the body. The gut microbes affect the production of anti- and pro-inflammatory substances in the gut. A balanced gut helps in maintaining this equilibrium for a well-maintained immune system. When this balance is affected, it leads to inflammation inside the body and then to various diseases. Some bacteria take part in the fermentation of undigested food, producing gases that can affect health. All this leads to control over diseases. An imbalance of the microorganisms leads to different issues like diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular issues, allergies, autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, fatty liver issues, and multiple sclerosis. It also affects our mental health. Gut microbes influence cholesterol levels, producing metabolites that impact how cholesterol is used. It affects our blood pressure levels in the body. Another important function of the gut is the one performed by the liver. The liver is involved in the detoxification of the body, removing the harmful things inside the bloodstream. Detoxification is essential in the overall health of our body. A good gut also prevents the offset of chronic diseases in the body. As the inflammation is reduced inside the body, it improves the overall health of the body. How to maintain the gut health? It is important that we maintain a healthy gut. Having a well-balanced diet would be primary in it. Fiber plays an important part inside our body by binding everything and taking it outside the body. It adds bulk to the stool by absorbing water, forming a gel-like substance that softens the stool. For it to travel easily through the colon, preventing constipation. Fiber-rich foods are nuts, whole grains, and legumes. Feeding the microorganisms with fiber makes them happy. A happy bacteria results in a happy gut. Fermented food is always good for the body. Half of the work has already been completed, so it becomes easier for the body bacteria to break it. Yogurt and kefir are beneficial. Berries, dark chocolate are rich in polyphenol foods which have anti-inflammatory properties. Reduce sugar and processed food intake as it affects the gut bacteria. Have probiotic and prebiotic food or supplements. Garlic, onions, asparagus are rich in prebiotics. Have a lot of water as it helps in maintaining the gut health. Have a good night's sleep. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is important. Reduce stress as stress affects the gut bacteria. Exercise helps the gut bacteria. Limit the use of anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, as it affects the gut lining. When to seek help? Having a balanced diet, maintaining a good exercise schedule, listening to your body, and simple lifestyle changes should be enough in most cases. In some cases, external help may be required. If you experience persistent constipation or diarrhea, for example, changes in normal bowel movement generally indicate some underlying issues, like IBS or IBD, irritable bowel syndrome, or inflammatory bowel disease. If the stool contains blood, that would be an indication of some bleeding or hemorrhage inside the body. You experience persistent abdominal pain which worsens over time, which could be an indication of an issue to be looked at by the doctor. Persistent heartburn or acid reflux can damage the esophagus lining, unexpected weight loss or gain without any underlying input. If you are eating too much or eating sugary things, gaining weight is expected. If it, however, occurs in your normal diet, that could indicate an underlying issue. Having persistent nausea or vomiting too often is not good and could indicate that something is going on inside the body. People having a family history of colon cancer or other gastrointestinal conditions are at a higher risk and should maintain regular checkups. Being tired all the time could be an indication of an issue. In addition, food allergies related to gluten and lactose intolerance, the common issues, could lead to some of these symptoms and need to be checked. Certain conditions like endometriosis can lead to abdominal pain and need to be looked at. So, when we are looking at improving our overall mood or mental health or improving our immune system, the answers may lie inside our gut. All the systems inside the gut work together to digest food, absorb the nutrients, and eliminate the undigested waste for the body. It not only takes part in digestion, but also affects our immune system. It can affect hormone production, affecting general health, as well as mental health. This is why it is a very complex and essential system in our body.